What is up? So today I'm gonna show you how to fish a swim jig. All this footage that you're gonna see coming up is several different places fishing a swim jig, and I'm gonna reveal to you the best all-around swim jig. This thing crushes. It's taken me a lot of time and energy to figure out swim jigging, but it finally has come together for me, and I'm going to share it with you. So pay attention, enjoy this post of fishing a swim jig.
This is my swim jig setup. This is a V&M 3/8 ounce with the Kitech 3.8. Key is to trim the skirt, so it's just right here on the back, and it helps give the swim bait a lot of action. Anyway, it gets some bites. Look at that.
Alright, this first little clip is at Lower Sand Cove Reservoir fishing a swim jig, and you can see how I fish it. Just reel it really slow, and occasionally I'll just rip it. Usually what'll happen is I'll feel some grass and I'll just rip it out of the grass, and usually that's when those bass will hit it, and it works. It works everywhere. Fun bass. Here's another lake with the same swim jig. This is at Gunlock Reservoir. It's late in the evening, and you see, just bomb that thing out and slowly reel it in. That's kind of the key for these largemouth with this swim jig. Just right along the bottom, and they eat it. This next little clip is with me and my boys out on a paddleboard fishing for bass, and you know, it's a little bit crazy with kids on the board, but I'm throwing this swim jig around. It's a great bait to move around and cover water while your kids are fishing slow, so I could reel it in and get things done. But you know, once again, just kind of reeling it slow, ripping it through the grass. You know, change your retrieve sometimes, but a lot of times just keeping it right along the bottom, ripping it out of the grass. That's what works. Check out all these bass we catch on this swim jig.
Nice one. Let's go get the anchor and we can jump in. Yeah, swim jig. Watch where I go. Right up there. Oh, I got one. As soon as it hit the water. This swim jig's money. See where I caught that one, Mott? Whoa, he's spinning us. Whoa, that was a sweet skip cast. Oh man, this got some meat. Look at this guy. Guy's got some meat. Swim jig. Just catches a little bigger fish. Not a giant, but it's catching a little bigger fish than the Senko.
Don't worry, we released them all. I just fill up a cooler full of water so my kids can look at the fish, and then we let them all go. They stay alive and swim away awesomely. This is a good little demonstration of how I reel it, rip, reel, rip. Just that little reeling, ripping just draws a little extra attention sometimes. You know, listen to the bass, but try it. It works.
There's one. Oh, we tossed my jig. Lift your pull up, please.
That's my basket.
Oh, Mont's got one. All right. You still on there, buddy?
Yes, he's still on.
Oh, I got one.
No,
Yeah.
that's mine.
We got doubles. Whoa.
Oh,
Sweet.
man. I want to put him in the cooler.
Oh, mine's pretty good. Okay, let's fill up our water cooler. Look at this one, guys.
Oh man, mine's a fighter.
Swim jig.
Look how fast mine goes. Look how fast mine goes, Daddy.
Swim jig. And a Senko. Trasher's just eating chips. Put them in the cooler. Woo! Alright, here's everything you need. This is my ideal swim jig setup. Swim jig, swim baits, scissors, a little chartreuse dye, or a chartreuse garlic marking pen. Now I'm going to show you how to rig it up. This is my favorite swim jig right here. The V&M Pulse swim jig. Watermelon bluegill. This thing is the jam. It is awesome. This is a 3/8 ounce. Remove it from the package. Looks wonderful. First thing you want to do is trim the skirt. See how the skirt's past the back of the length of the hook? We want to trim that skirt right to the back of the hook. Boom. Let's do that real fast. Hang it out there. Take your scissors right here at the back of the hook. Boom. There it is. Hook, skirt. Next thing I do is I just take a few of these off. Take a few of these off right here. So, you know, maybe that many, 3 or 4. Just take your scissors, pop those off. Make sure you don't cut any of your skirt. Boom, stoked, and you're perfect. You know, sometimes I'll trim the top off a little bit, but that's just nice and just perfect right there. It's not too high up above the hook. It's gonna slide down and stick anything. Just thinning out that weed guard can make a big difference. Sweet. Next, got our swim bait, the Kitech Smallmouth Magic. Thing is money. I love to pair it with this watermelon bluegill. Okay, there's the swim bait. First thing I do is I just take a little bit of this dye. You don't want a ton of this, spike it, but I'll dip it in the lid so that the lid's just got a little bit of chartreuse in it. And then you'll just want the bottom part of the tail to have a little bit of chartreuse right there. See that? That is what you want. Just a little bit on the bottom. You thread it on the hook. Push that weed guard down. Check out where the hook needs to pop out. It needs to pop out right here in the middle belly. And you want to make sure that thing goes on straight. So I'll push that weed guard down and put that hook right in the center of that swim jig and thread it right up. Right out the middle of the belly, right in the center over that hook. Boom, that is a perfect swim jig. Look at that, just nice and tight. And you can see trimming the skirt frees this tail up just that much more to give it a lot more action. And that is how I crushed all the fish in this video. 3 different places. This thing works everywhere, works really good, and kind of clearer water, which is what I fish a little bit, stained water, and even some muddy water. It just works. So that's how you do it. That's how you rig it up. The best all-around swim jig right there.
Sweet! Hope you enjoyed that footage of swim jigging, and go to krakenbass.com in the link below, and you're gonna learn all the little tips of everything that I did today, Plus there's a link to where you can get a bunch of these swim jigs. I'm going to put together a box of these babies that you can purchase for yourself or for your friends, so you don't have the hassle of what it took me to figure out how to swim jig. I'm going to modify them all for you, color them for you. Check out the link below to pick up a box of these awesome swim jigs, and as you can see, they work. And if you don't want to buy a box, no big deal. I'll have links to all the stuff so you can buy your own and modify your own and get yourself out swim jigging. Anyway, hope you enjoy this. KrakenBass.com is where it's at. Stay stoked. Blah.